Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Crafty Nurse Q. If you're new here, my name is Cubatis, and in today's video, I'll be showing you how I break down my budget in 7 steps, and I'm breaking down my monthly budget for the month of January. If that's something that interests you, stay tuned. Okay, welcome back guys, and thank you for staying here with me today. And as I mentioned, today I'll be breaking down my budget for the month of January, the new year of 2025. More so, it's the first week in January, and I'll show you how I use the 7 steps and the 7 steps that I use to get to what my variable expenses would be and my fixed expenses. And I'll also be showing you how I break down like for my cash envelopes. So that's what I'll be doing here today. And the first thing that I do is I start off with um, writing all of my bills out. And so that's what you're going to see here. And this includes everything that you've gotten from the mail. Just open everything up, and everything that you see that's coming through your inbox or however you're notified that you'll be doing your bills, even if it's electronic or a mail bill. Your first step is to take everything and write it out on a sheet of paper, and also write down the due date if you can. Okay, and this is not included in the steps, but I usually try to decorate my spread, my calendar a little bit each time. And once I'm done with this, we will go into the next step, which is to write all of the bills out by the due date that you listed, and then you're going to take them and write them on a monthly calendar. That way you can see them all at once. And something that I do as I'm going through is I check the bills off, if they're like the electronic bills, and that's why I'm using like these the boxes from the spread, from the stickers box. And then I check them off to make sure that they've been paid as they go, either if they're coming out automatically or if I have to go in physically and pay them, and then I just check it off as I go through. Okay, so how you would do the budget. Okay, so say your mortgage is 1,000. You've gotten your bill, and your utility bill is 400. That's about what ours is. All of this other stuff, once you've added it up, and this is stuff that's due for the first, well, basically the first week of January. So you can add this stuff up. Let me just write it out. Okay, so for the Microsoft, what you see here, that's a cheap one. It's like $5. The OnStar is $30. The Zoom, $10. Netflix is 20. I'm doing this because all of this is stuff that's just gonna be needs to be in the bank. So I'm not gonna pull it. The money's in the bank. I'm not gonna pull the money out to put it back in the bank for this. HP 15. Prime is Prime is 18 a month. until I can get to the monthly payment. Okay, so then you get your calculator. What do I do with my calculator? All right, got the calculator. So we got 1,000 for mortgage, 400 for utility. This app, this little random app, is $5. OnStar, $10. Zoom's 10. Netflix 20. Netflix is 25. So it came out to 1503. And it'd be good to leave yourself a buffer. So if you're going to be doing that, and say if your pay, your starting pay was, I don't know, for that week or it's bi-weekly, probably going to be like bi-weekly around 2,000. That'll be your bi-weekly pay, right? So this is how people get to the point where they know how much that they can put into their sinking funds. So say that's your bi-weekly pay. And then your bills for the first, you can do it for the first and the second week, because these aren't that much. You go, what's Canva is. Okay, so it's 1503 for this week. Let me put that up here. Week 1. Never thought about putting that there. Week number 1 is 15. And I said we're going to do 1520 for a buffer. You want to have a buffer, right? That's how much you know you need to have or transfer to your bank, to your bills account. And that's what I told you guys. That's what I've been working on doing, is moving the stuff all to one bills account, because all of this stuff doesn't need to be coming from different places, which has been doing. And that's what I said, with my husband, when he went down and everything's in all these different accounts, that just turned into like a disaster. So all of this stuff is going to be coming out next week. So now you know you got 2,000. So you got the 2,000. Say you're on a bi-weekly pay though. So you got 2,000, and then you got 1520 for week 1, right? Then week 1 was, okay, we're saying this 1520 with the buffer, 1,520. So now you got 480 left, right? So now if you know you're going to be getting paid again coming up here, then this could be all that you put into your savings or in your sinking funds, or even put, your 10% away. This, when I do our budget, I talked about it before. We've already taken our tithes and stuff like that out. But if you're trying to do some savings, then this is how much you would have to work with. But say you're a bi-weekly person and you're not going to get paid here. So you're still going to be working with the 480, which is fine. That's why it's good. Like if you're going to have a top loaded, first week, the next week really needs to be like basically nothing. So the Canva is just Canva. Look at it exactly. I got it right here, don't I? Okay. Canva. So I had 12, so it's 15. Canva is 15. The CapCut is 10. Audible 15. And the storage is 68. This is just a random Apple app, $3. Okay. All right. So you got 480. You're not going to get paid again to here. So now you got 480. You're going to have for this week, right? So you got your 480. These things are, let me add that up, 15 plus 10, and which I'm going to be going over this again next week, but 15, 68 plus 3, 111. So the week 2 is 111. And then you got if some people are gonna have a payday coming here, right? And then you would know what your payday is so that you can, start your budget for the next week. And then like see for us, we would have a major thing like the car note and this stuff. So if you needed to save for that, then it would be good to make sure that you have enough money in the bank for that week. So I was saying I have 480, and then I would know in the next week, this is what I have left, the 111. And this is just, I have a different budget that I'm going to break down a different paycheck budget for this week, but you're going to see this is if you're dealing with 2,000 every 2 weeks. And these are your bills for the first 2 weeks. It really would benefit you to try to get some of this stuff switched off. That way you can have some money, 480 if you're trying to save, or if you want to do something like you still get groceries and stuff like that. So then anyway, so that would be 480 minus 111 is 369. So then that's where you would start putting all of that. Now, but this would be for 2 weeks into your grocery budget and to your groceries and the variable spending and everything that you don't see here. What is it that I put? The coffee and dining out. So say we're dealing with 369 because that's what we're going with. So now we got 369, and we know groceries are going to be a large whop, right? Like say about 150 for groceries, right? That's usually what people spend on groceries anyway. 150. I'm gonna put it here. 50. And then you would go from there with whatever else is important to you. Like if you're dealing with 219 left here and you're gonna be doing 150 in groceries, you probably don't want to do so much dining out. You're gonna have to get some gas. Like mine is always 60. Pretty much. It's been a lot more because I'm going in and out of town right now to Gainesville, but I did it in the wrong spot. 60 here. Dining out, we're gonna say 20. So we got 139, and then you have all of these things that you have left. Like with me, I have like my subscriptions. I want to make sure that they're getting the 39. So then once I do that, I will be left with $100 to do all of the rest of this stuff. Like, because all of this is pretty much, you got self-care, spending, you've already given your tithes, but if if you have some other giving you want to do, coffee, you drink your coffee at home, and then you can have your budget together for yourself. So we'll keep going until we zero it out, though, okay? Like, let's say, okay, you still want to give something to the people you see on the side of the road or something like that. So we'll do 10. And then your kids, you haven't taken their allowances out or something like that, and you want to give them 15 or something like that for the week, right? Your self-care with this leftover, it's not looking like you're gonna be able to do too much, but so yeah, that's how we would go. So let's just say we'll just get to the rest of it and zero it. Self-care, you still want to do something for yourself. We'll do 15. So that's 60 left. Put a little spending money in your pocket. We're gonna do another 15. We have 45. And if you just have to stop a few days to get you some Dunkin' coffee or Starbucks, they have some deals. How much is coffee? Like $3 a day throughout your work week. So that would be what, 15 if you just want to blow, if you just want to do that for your budget. There you go, 15. And then now, like with me, I have certain savings challenges that I'm doing, and then the other sinking funds. So you do have something that you can put through towards these other things. So what's that? Pretty much something's not going to get something. But I can do for savings challenges, I can do 10. I got a 20 left. And then want to do something towards my sinking funds. Do put something towards it. We could put 5. And then for month ahead, do 10. And then you will have 5 left here. Anyway, it was supposed to be -5 until you get it zeroed out. And then, so that's what we were dealing with. What what that last amount was. It was like 369 that we had left over. And that's just like how you would make sure you have enough to go through to your next month. So you still can eat, even if you have $2,000 and this ends up being your bills. But you just have to make sure that you're putting it where it needs to be. But I mean, and then you may decide, like looking over some of these, you may decide, look, I do need to eat. We're going to need a little more food, or I want to put a little bit more, aside, and then that can be the time where you just decide, okay, Netflix, I can do without Netflix for the month or something like that. Anyway, so then that's how if you're going over your budget and you want to see how you can get everything that you want and making sure that you do get everything that you need, that would be a good way. But I do like those stickers that I have. It's like check boxes here, and then write your bills out. Make sure you're writing them here. Write your bills here, and then check them off. As you pay them, make sure you're going in to check them off. Okay, and then that way you don't come up with like oops and overages. Oh my God, that's the worst thing, getting like an overdraft or something like that. So that's how that would go. 369. So then that's where we would put like here for the month of January. We're in January. Oh my gosh, January 2025. Okay, I guess I was supposed to put it here. And it's the first week. So we are budgeting out the 369. And then that's everything that I put here, but I just kind of did it in reverse. I was doing it here, but this is what I'm just going to continue this out and do it this way, because remember I told y'all by the time we film this week is already gone, and this is pretty much what I've done. Anyway, it was just blown, so we'll go with it because I do want it to be a learning thing. Show you exactly how it's done with. All right, I think the camera, well, it did. It cut off. I don't know where it cut off, so I stopped, and I am here. So for the hundreds, we're gonna put 100, 150, 3, 4 20s. Y'all may hear people in the background. 5 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 24, that's 29, right? And then this is 369. So okay, then you get your cash breakdown card. And I feel like I want to try to put these as less like a digital. I feel like I do have them already as a digital download in my shop, but I feel like I want to put them like, figure out how to put it on my Shopify so that it can be like a free download. All right, and I'm just going to continue to use this cash breakdown card. Like, you can buy the physical ones in my shop, but that's not what this is about today. Today I did just want to go ahead and show you guys how I do my budget from the start to finish, and these are the 7 steps that I consistently use, and that's how I make sure that all things are getting paid, and how I get down to my variable expenses and everything being broken down. So upcoming, you'll see more videos with me doing the cash stuff, and I'm actually not going to do the cash stuff in this video. That's going to be in a later video, but that is exactly how I go through and do the budgeting. So I thank you guys so much for joining me today, and leave me some comments. Let me know how you're coming and what your goals are maybe for 2025. And this is like some other videos you might want to watch is how I'm managing after my husband had a medical emergency that was left like last week. And thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys have a blessed day.